Many of you know now that we're having a Diocesan Conference, and the theme of our conference comes from the talk that I received as a new bishop in September 2017 in Rome from Pope Francis. And one of the lines in that talk goes like this: "The lamp for the steps and a light for the way." And it's from Psalm 118 and 105. And it was listening to God and each other as we light the way forward. Now, being a new bishop, and even though I come from the Diocese of Geraldton, I would not presume to know everything that is happening, what our hopes and disappointments, what our achievements, our successes, all of that which was the vision of Vatican II are. So the best ways the Pope reminded the new bishops was really to first of all listen and hear people's stories. The difficulty with the Diocese of Geraldton, as we all know, is that we're a vast diocese with small numbers scattered over many places. So how can we be all involved? Well, one of those ways that the little committee has devised is to send 3 questions for each community, even if it's only 2 or 3 people, even if it's 1 person, to reflect upon these 3 questions and to send those responses in to Father Gerard Titanius at the Parish Life and Mission Office, or even here to the Diocesan Office, to myself. And what will happen is that those comments, whatever they are, will be put together so that we can see the whole gambit of those words and what people feel and think. They can be discussed at the Diocesan Conference in July. So the 3 questions are: what are the signs of hope in our local community, or our parish, our school, and our ministry groups? Now, we mightn't think we have many hopes, but there are some simple things that we can be hopeful about. The fact that we might still have Mass in our parish, that people might be able to conduct Liturgy of the Word with Holy Communion, that people might be visiting people at home who are unable to get to Mass, that we have a wonderful centre care agency supporting people of all walks of life, that we have a Vincent de Paul Society that is there quietly working away in various parts of the diocese. So those are the signs of hope, and if you're able to name some of those and send them to me and to us as a group, would be great. The second question, this is probably a bit more difficult, is where we're called to be more in our response to God. And this is light for the way. So how can we be a light for the people in our community? Are there some things that we could do better? It might be something like, is there some way that we can have good formation for people in the parish communities, and especially the remote parish communities? Or in our agencies, how can our people who work for our agencies have a better understanding of what it means to reflect the way of Jesus and the action of Jesus in their own particular ministry? And then the final question, which I think is fairly critical, is how could we grow with support of the wider church? In other words, we don't have to do it alone, that together we can make a difference. And so we don't have to think up all the solutions and all the answers by ourselves, but together as a group, beginning with you, the people, we will find a way to support each other, because we all have one vision, and that's to reflect the love of Jesus, who is the risen Lord, who died on the cross out of love for us, to all people in our community. So I would encourage you to be involved in this conference, even if you can't be physically present, so that we can begin the journey of listening to each other and discovering the way that we are called to live out our faith, not just in words, but in action. Thank you, and God bless you.